You're a summoner? That's the weakest class in the world. The moment Lin Xiao awakened his class, everyone laughed at him. His rival called him trash. No team wanted him. No one believed he could clear a dungeon. Even a normal combat class was considered better than becoming a summoner. But they had no idea. Lin Xiao had awakened a unique S-tier talent. A talent so powerful that nobody else in the world could ever obtain it. Every single day, he gains a brand new S-rank talent. His first summon was just a tiny skeleton. Weak, pathetic, worthless. But after receiving an S-rank talent, it evolved into a terrifying Death Knight. A monster capable of slaughtering entire armies. Then his slime gained the power of endless evolution through devouring. His goblin became a master of legendary weapons. And that was only the beginning. While other people struggled to make one summon stronger, Lin Xiao gave countless S-rank talents to all of his summons. Every day they evolved. Every day they grew stronger. Every day they became more terrifying. Geniuses? Prodigies? Heroes? None of them could even defeat his weakest summon. Then the abyss descended upon the world. Demon gods appeared. Ancient monsters awakened. Even the gods themselves looked down upon humanity. But when humanity stood on the edge of extinction, one man stepped forward. Behind him stood an army powerful enough to shake heaven and earth. An army of death knights, ancient beasts, divine creatures, and beings powerful enough to rival gods. The world finally realized one terrifying truth. The strongest army was never an army. The strongest kingdom was never a kingdom. It was one summoner, and his summons. This is the story of Lin Xiao, the summoner who turned the weakest class into the strongest existence in the world. Week 1 8-hour video will be uploaded. All novels uploaded here are completed, so you will get a full story without searching or waiting. I have listened to the translated version on web, and there are no major problems with translation. If you want Chinese novel translated, give me the original name of the novel and I will respond to your request as soon as possible. Please make sure your request is on the latest video. If you hear this "u" sound in the novel, it means either question mark or some space is left, like getting materials or experience gained there more but not shown. If after a name is used and after there is silence, it means exclamation marks were used as in shock. I don't know if this will happen in recorded one, but it happened in web version. Chapter 71. Rainbow Grade Talent? A talent one level higher than SSS grade. Lin Xiao couldn't help but hold his breath as he looked at the description of the new talent. King's Treasury. Equipment. Storage. Infinite weapons. Ignores user's class. Equipment attributes can stack. Equipment effects trigger when fighting with weapons. Infinite weapon slots? Lin Xiao couldn't help but widen his eyes. If he could equip an unlimited number of weapons, wouldn't the Goblin Chieftain's attributes stack infinitely? This is simply invincible. Is this a rainbow grade talent? Lin Xiao was incredibly excited. If there weren't good weapons and equipment, he could just win by quantity, since he could equip them without limit. However, Lin Xiao soon noticed that there was another description after the talent. King's Arrogance. When equipping, storing weapons and equipment of legendary grade or lower, equipment attributes decrease by 80%. Trash is not worthy of entering the King's Treasury. There's also a quality requirement for equipment. An 80% attribute reduction, that's too harsh. Looking down on equipment below legendary grade, it was indeed arrogant enough. At least legendary grade, but thankfully it's legendary grade. If the starting point was epic grade equipment, I wouldn't know where to get so many epic grade equipment. Legendary grade equipment, though rare, could still be bought. Entering some high difficulty dungeons could also yield them. But if it were epic grade equipment, it would be a bit difficult, requiring entry into Abyss Dungeon to obtain. Every piece of epic grade equipment was sky high in price. Your summoned beast. Goblin Chieftain evolves Goblin King. Your summoned beast has been enhanced, feeding back some attributes. Constitution plus 1000, Strength plus 300, Intelligence plus 120, Agility plus 20, Mana plus 200, Spirit plus 50. Lin Xiao summoned the Goblin King. Its appearance hadn't changed much, but its physique was much leaner than before, with a hint of kingly aura on its face, and its eyes held a look of arrogance, looking down on everything. The talent has become stronger, but the overall strength has weakened a bit. Lin Xiao commented. The Goblin King's attributes had decreased significantly compared to before. This was mainly because almost all the equipment it wore was of rare quality, and under the influence of King's treasury, its attributes had drastically fallen. Even with 2 legendary-grade weapons, it still couldn't compare to before. Moreover, with the Purple Heaven Divine Thunder talent, electric and lightning-type weapons were most suitable for the Goblin King, making them even harder to acquire. An empty treasury, without a single decent piece of equipment, it really doesn't look the part. Lin Xiao gave a bitter smile. Perhaps if the talent remained SSS grade, the Goblin King would have received a greater boost. However, Lin Xiao didn't regret it. The Goblin King's strength was only temporarily weakened. It wouldn't stay weak forever. And this also let Lin Xiao know that while rainbow-grade talents were powerful, they also came with some restrictions. If his level were 40 or 50 when he acquired this talent, it wouldn't have caused much impact, as the Goblin King's equipment would mostly be legendary grade by then. Right now, it was just taking too big a step and getting a little hurt. But it wasn't very painful. You're still smiling? Don't you know to prepare some decent weapons for this king in advance? All this trash. Where's the appearance of a treasury? It's not even as good as a warehouse. Seeing Lin Xiao's bitter smile, the Goblin King immediately questioned him, looking down with arrogance. Lin Xiao looked at the Goblin King in surprise, then grabbed its green pointed ear with one hand. What, becoming a king immediately made you put on airs? So cocky. The next second, the Goblin King immediately slid back. Ow, 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 master. I was wrong. I just wanted to try out that feeling. Lin Xiao didn't let go. So you tried it on me? This bad habit couldn't be indulged. Wrong, master, wrong. I'm a king now. Give me some face in front of outsiders. The Goblin King quickly begged for mercy, having just spoken those words on a whim. Outsiders? Where are there any outsiders? Lin Xiao looked around and found no one. Besides, how could there be anyone else in his room? The Goblin King pointed at the slime on the ground. Slime counts as an outsider? It's silly and cute. What could it understand? As soon as Lin Xiao finished speaking, he saw the slime excitedly holding up a sign. It read, "The goblin is king, master is king of kings." Lin Xiao, king of kings. That sounds a bit strange. Master has taught it a lot of knowledge it definitely understands, the Goblin King said, feeling wronged. All right, go back and familiarize yourself with your talent abilities. A new companion will be here soon, and you can't bully her. Lin Xiao released his grip on its ear and then recalled the Goblin King into his summoning space. He took out the skill book from his mail. The skill book had been delivered a long time ago, but he was in a dungeon at the time and couldn't take it out. Skill, Water Spirit Summon. Quality, Rare. Applicable, Summoner. Learning level, 15. Description. A support-type summoned beast, possessing decent support and healing abilities. Can be summoned after contracting. Cannot be summoned for 1 day after defeat. A water spirit? Looks pretty good. Lin Xiao immediately learned it. Successfully learned Water Spirit Summon. He immediately summoned the water spirit. It was arm-sized, with 2 pigtails made of azure hair, wearing a sky-blue dress, looking lively and adorable, appearing very cheerful. Looks pretty good. Lin Xiao was very satisfied and immediately bestowed a good talent upon her. Talent Random Luck, successfully bestowed. Random Luck. When casting healing or amplification skills, there is a 70% chance to increase the effect by 2 times, 15% chance to increase by 4 times, 10% chance to increase by 8 times, and 5% chance to increase by 10 times. The moment the talent was successfully bestowed, the water spirit's body immediately glowed. Evolution. Water Spirit evolves Lucky Spirit. Your summoned beast has been enhanced, feeding back some attributes. Constitution +10, Strength +3, intelligence plus 20, agility plus 1, mana plus 50. Lin Xiao immediately raised the lucky spirits level to 18. Raising it by 10 levels was fine, but later on each level up required a large amount of life force. An ordinary person certainly couldn't afford this cost. Lucky spirit. Race, spirit. Quality, legendary. Level, 18, 0%.
Constitution, 3000.
Strength, 125. Intelligence, 1078. Agility, 65.
Mana, 1600.
Spirit, 130. Talent, random luck. Skills, healing spell, healing water domain, song of the ocean, purifying water. Single target healing, group healing, support abilities, and purification abilities are all present. She's indeed a good summoned beast. Lin Xiao was very satisfied. From now on, the slime wouldn't have to moonlight as a healer. It could focus on being a magic cannon, outputting insane damage. Chapter 72. There was only one day left until the college entrance examination held in the imperial capital. Lin Xiao planned to spend the remaining time leisurely, but he still had some things to take care of. Qualification certificate. Without the qualification certificate, there was no way to participate. Returning to school, the campus was currently deserted, with almost no students in sight. Those who qualified for the exam had already gone to the provincial capital. From there, they would enter the examination venues prepared by various universities, eliminating the need to travel to the specific locations. For instance, the Imperial Capital University College entrance examination that Lin Xiao was about to take would also be entered from the provincial capital. In a shaded area on the playground, the principals of various schools in Don City were drinking tea and discussing this year's college entrance examination. The day after tomorrow is the college entrance examination. A lot has happened in the past month. Quite a lot, yes. It feels different from previous years. I sense that this college entrance examination will be even more exciting than before. How so? As far as I know, a genius has appeared over in Nantian City's provincial capital. Her name seems to be Bai Yixue. Oh, you mean her. I know about that. She successfully entered during the last Dragon Flame Group assessment and is being cultivated by the military. Exactly. The Yangtze River waves push the waves ahead. These kids are getting more formidable one after another. By the way, Principal Jiang, why haven't we heard about your precious summoner? Surely he hasn't failed to even reach the required level. Jiang Ming glared at the speaker and proudly declared, Lin Xiao is doing great. What is the college entrance examination? He'll pass easily. He's aiming to become the college entrance examination top scholar. Top scholar. The principals were startled. Qi Bai said speechlessly, Come on. Although Lin Xiao has some strength, he's far too short of being the college entrance examination top scholar. Getting into Imperial Capital University would already be quite good. That's right. Aiming too high isn't necessarily a good thing. If you don't believe me, how about we make a bet? Jiang Ming had great confidence in Lin Xiao. So what if Bai Yixue, the genius from the provincial capital, entered the Dragon Flame Group? Lin Xiao had entered long ago and even received the Dragon Flame badge. Did they have it? No. Based on this point alone, he had absolute faith in Lin Xiao. Fine. If you lose, you have to change your name to Jiang Chuanyu, Jiang the Bragger. Qi Bai was the first to agree to the bet. Alright, if you lose, your name will be reversed. Wait, your name is already reversed. If you lose, come work at my school, and I'll personally teach you how to cultivate students. Jiang Ming was brimming with confidence. Some principals found it amusing and joined the gamble, while others did not participate. After the topic of Lin Xiao passed, they began discussing students from other cities, all while boasting about their own students. Principal, I'm here to pick up my qualification certificate. Lin Xiao went to the office but couldn't find the principal. Just as he was about to call him, he realized the principal was hiding here, cracking sunflower seeds and drinking tea with the other principals. Lin Xiao, we couldn't reach you for days. Where did you run off to? I was about to send this to your house. Seeing Lin Xiao appear, Jiang Ming said grumpily. He then handed the qualification certificate to him. Lin Xiao scratched his head sheepishly. I stayed in the dungeon a little too long, which caused the delay. He is the Lin Xiao you keep talking about? He does look decent, but he's still too far from becoming the top scholar. I don't think he can do it either. Lin Xiao, what level are you now? Have you reached the qualification level to participate? Seeing Lin Xiao suddenly appear, the various principals grew interested in him. Lin Xiao politely replied, Level 18. Level 18? You must be joking. The principals present were shocked, including Jiang Ming. He rose to level 18 in such a short time? Qi Bai asked seriously, Lin Xiao, don't lie. Tell us the exact level. Exactly, rising to level 18 in a month. That's too exaggerated. Yes, and he's a summoner. Reaching level 15 is already very impressive. Principal Jiang, has he inherited your mantle? Always boasting, ha ha ha. Jiang Ming immediately became anxious, unsure how to defend Lin Xiao for a moment. Lin Xiao shrugged. If the principals don't believe me, you can use the detection skill. Since they didn't believe him, there was nothing he could do. Qi Bai was the first to use the detection skill, and the remaining principals also cast it one after another. Lin Xiao. Class. Summoner. Level. 18. It's really level 18? Qi Bai was stunned. His eyes filled with disbelief. Whoa, my goodness. It really is level 18. A summoner reaching level 18 in 1 month. How did he do that? Absurd, absolutely absurd. Didn't they say a summoner's summoned beast shares experience? What's going on here? The principals were all shocked, exclaiming that it was incredible. Seeing that Lin Xiao had truly reached level 18, Jiang Ming shouted excitedly, See that? This is the most outstanding student in my school. He thought he was about to be mocked by these guys. But Lin Xiao actually brought him such honor. Level 18. Do any of your students manage that? Can they? Lin Xiao, how did you manage it? Principal couldn't help but ask. His most outstanding student had only just reached level 17, and although it was only 1 level difference, it involved hundreds of thousands of experience points. Just clear a few more king-level difficulty dungeons. The principals. Lin Xiao thought for a moment and added, It's best to solo it. You get a little more experience that way. Solo clear? Can you be any more outrageous? You, a summoner, can solo clear a dungeon and one of king-level difficulty at that? Seeing their disbelief, Lin Xiao didn't offer any further explanation. After getting his qualification certificate, he left. Lin Xiao. At that moment, Principal Jiang Ming chased after him. Is there anything else, Principal? Lin Xiao asked. Nothing else, the Principal trusts your abilities. I just want to remind you to be careful of Li Qifa. Jiang Ming said seriously.
Li Qifa.
What about him? Although they had agreed to compete in the examination venue, Lin Xiao didn't take him seriously. It's good for you to compete against each other, and I support that. But using underhanded tactics is absolutely intolerable. He's going to use underhanded tactics? Lin Xiao wasn't too surprised. He was just curious how the principal knew. Did Li Qifa personally tell him? A few days ago, when he came to get his qualification certificate, his state was very off. He seemed intent on fighting you to the death, so I specifically warned you. He was afraid Lin Xiao would be ambushed in the examination venue. Fight to the death? He'd need the ability to do that first. Lin Xiao sneered inwardly, then said, I'll be careful. The day before the college entrance examination. The family courtyard. Tomorrow is the college entrance examination. Are you ready? Serena's voice came from within the black mist. I've been impatient for a long time. I think about his death every single minute. Li Qifa's eyes were filled with hatred. He wished he could tear Lin Xiao apart right now. Hehehe, that's excellent then. I have high hopes for you. Serena chuckled softly. Just execute your plan without worry. If you don't succeed, I will help you. He will definitely die tomorrow. Chapter 73, Provincial City, Nantian. Professionals who met the college entrance examination standards gathered here, nearly 200,000 of them. These 200,000 plus people were dispersed into different areas, waiting for the college entrance examination to begin. After all, not all professionals would choose Imperial Capital University. High threshold, great difficulty. Professionals who knew their limits naturally chose schools that were easier to get into. Imperial Capital Region. Jiang Ming looked at his two most satisfactory students and said with a smile, "You two must work hard and bring honor to the school. Don't be nervous during the exam. Stay calm. The college entrance examination is similar to you usually running dungeons. Just perform normally." I remember when I took the college entrance examination. Seeing that the principal was about to launch into a long speech, Jiang Ningxue quickly interrupted, "Principal, don't worry. We know all this. The other students are also looking forward to your encouragement. All right, I'm confident in you too." Jiang Ming smiled and went to cheer on the other students. Seeing the principal go to encourage other students, Jiang Ningxue breathed a sigh of relief, nudged Lin Xiao with her elbow, and said, "Look, that glaring turtle is staring at us intently." Glaring turtle? Lin Xiao was stunned, and when he looked over, he couldn't help but laugh.
Li Kifa.
Just as Jiang Ningxue said, he was staring at them with wide eyes, looking like an enemy who had killed his husband. Indeed, as the principal said, Li Qifa's state was indeed not quite right. He was up to no good. Besides Li Qifa, Lin Xiao also felt the gazes of others. It was by Yixue whom he had met during the Dragon Flame Group assessment last time. Lin Xiao merely exchanged a glance with her and then ignored her. Half an hour later, students arrived one after another. At this moment, a staff member walked in and loudly announced, "Everyone, please pay attention. Prepare to enter the examination hall. Lin Xiao, come on. Come on. See you at Imperial Capital University." The next second, the light of the teleportation array outlined on the ground lit up, and then everyone entered the secret realm, leaving only 30 or 40 confused professionals who had not been teleported away. 38 people. The staff member was already used to it and said indifferently, "You still have 15 minutes to find your qualification certificate, otherwise your eligibility will be revoked." This kind of thing happened every year, and he had long been accustomed to it. Reminders were given every year, yet it still happened every year. At this point, they finally realized why they hadn't been teleported away. The Secret Realm. A large dungeon created by Imperial Capital University using the power of the Sacred Temple. After Lin Xiao was teleported in, he found that he couldn't move freely. Air walls blocked him on all sides. What a huge dungeon, with plains, forests, and snow-capped mountains in the distance. Lin Xiao marveled at the profound heritage of Imperial Capital University. After waiting for half an hour, a mechanical electronic synthesized voice sounded. "Now announcing the rules of this exam. This exam will last for 3 days and is divided into 3 stages: individual ability, team ability, and collaborative assault ability. Each stage can earn corresponding points. The assessment methods vary for different professions. The higher the difficulty chosen, the more points will be obtained. Reminder: only equipment abilities can be used in this exam. Using any other items will be considered cheating. All examinees, please take note. Rules explanation complete. All examinees, please prepare. The exam now begins." As the mechanical electronic voice disappeared, 4 options appeared before Lin Xiao. Normal, Warrior, King, Nightmare. There are difficulty options? It seems there weren't any before, and there's one more stage than in previous years. Is it because of the military's special recruitment assessment earlier? Lin Xiao wasn't sure, but he would complete the current exam first. Nightmare level difficulty. I haven't encountered nightmare level difficulty in any of the dungeons I've cleared. It's a good chance to see what nightmare level difficulty is like. Lin Xiao unhesitatingly chose nightmare level difficulty. The moment the selection was complete, the surrounding air walls disappeared. He could now move freely. Lin Xiao immediately summoned the Death Knight. At this moment, the mechanical electronic voice sounded again. By planning your map route and arriving at the next stage's examination location, you can earn 5,000 points. A guiding route appeared in Lin Xiao's eyes, directing him to the next stage's location. Rushing to the next stage location as quickly as possible is clearly not the best choice. The main goal is to acquire points. The second stage should be team formation, and the third stage should be assaulting the dungeon boss. Lin Xiao analyzed the general assessment content of each stage. Just then, a crimson flame leopard suddenly burst out from the lurking grass. Crimson flame leopard. Level 20. Quality normal.
Constitution 42 000.
Strength 2,000. Intelligence 70. Agility 300. Magic power 400. Spirit 5. Skills. Blazing impact, fire breath. The Death Knight immediately blocked in front, and the shadow spear thrust out fiercely, repelling it. As expected of nightmare difficulty, a normal monster actually has 40,000 HP. If it were an elite monster or boss, it's simply unimaginable. In the invigilation room, the instructors and professors of Imperial Capital University were watching the projected images from within the secret realm. There have been many reforms this year. I wonder how many good talents will emerge. Hard to say. A lot of talented students unfortunately fell victim to abyssal demons recently, so it probably can't compare to previous years, and we also increased the difficulty. Nantian Province seems to have produced a good seedling. Her name is Bai Ishue, a rare profession, elf saintess, a light mage. Chibei Province also has a good young man, also a rare profession, burst boxer. It's estimated that these two will compete with a few young men from Zhongzhou for the national top scholar title. By the way, isn't there also a summoner named Lin Xiao from Nantian Province? I heard that this cross-training resource sharing with military academies is largely because of him. Professor Chun, do you believe such rumors? It's probably the country's last time cultivating summoners, and they made an exception because he has some talent. The fact that rumors are circulating also proves his capability. It's said that he repelled the abyssal demon Serena, and this alone is enough to prove his ability. A group of instructors and professors debated about the students they favored, while also scouting candidates for their own academies. At this moment, an invigilator came to report. Distinguished instructors and professors, the data statistics are out. 34,566 people chose normal difficulty, 23,456 chose champion difficulty, 12,654 chose king level difficulty, and 145 chose nightmare level difficulty. And there's something very strange. One student's data seems to be abnormal, growing too quickly. Everyone was surprised upon hearing this. Did something go wrong with the secret realm dungeon right after the exam started? What's the situation? The principal of Imperial Capital University asked. It's a candidate named Lin Xiao. He chose nightmare difficulty, but his score has already reached 20,000. Lin Xiao. Everyone was startled. They had just been discussing him. The principal quickly brought up the leaderboard and was stunned to find Lin Xiao's name at the top. Lin Xiao. 23,000.
Likifa 2,000.
Zhang Rong. 500. Killing one monster in nightmare difficulty gives 1,000 points. 20,000 points means Lin Xiao killed 23 monsters. The exam only just started. Everyone immediately brought up Lin Xiao's screen and were instantly dumbfounded. Lin Xiao was casually sitting on a small stool, cracking sunflower seeds, with a butler thoughtfully pouring him 82 coke nearby. He was completely at ease, showing no signs of college entrance examination tension. Chapter 74. Did you see that? The one ranked first is my student, a student from Don City First High School. Seeing Lin Xiao take the top spot, Jiang Ming shouted excitedly, attracting envious glances from many principals and teachers. They knew about some students with potential, but they had barely heard of this Lin Xiao. Old Jiang, don't get so agitated. Be careful, your blood pressure can't handle it. This is just the beginning. Lin Xiao just got a high score temporarily because of random luck. Chi Bai came up behind Jiang Ming, also slightly surprised to see Lin Xiao at the top of the rankings. But the examination had just begun, and everything was still unknown. I heard there were quite a few reforms this year. The initial points aren't as important as in previous years. The main focus is the 2 subsequent stages of the exam. That's where the bulk of the points are. Another principal agreed. TCH, keep being jealous. No matter what, Lin Xiao will maintain first place. Just wait until you come teach at my school. Jiang Ming was very confident. Qi Bai was speechless. He shrugged. We'll see. Don't underestimate the geniuses from the imperial capital. Secret Realm Dungeon. The examinees inside the dungeon could also see the rankings displayed high up in the sky. How did he do it? I've only killed 1 monster so far, and he's already killed so many. Bai Yixue was shocked looking at the rankings in the sky. Lin Xiao's name seemed to have special effects, shining brightly and attracting a lot of attention. He's a summoner. His summoned beasts must be spread out. If that's the case, it's understandable how he got such a high score. If that's the case, I probably can't surpass him in the first stage. I can only overtake him in the second stage. The second stage focuses on team battles, which lets me utilize my strength. I should pass the first stage quickly. Following the map guidance, Bai Yixue chose the shortest route to the second stage examination location. She prepared to close the gap between herself and Lin Xiao there. Damn it, the name of the top-ranked person is too flashy. Why did they make it so flashy? Is it trying to draw aggro? Where did this Lin Xiao dark horse pop up from? Wow, Lin Xiao is actually this amazing. I have to work hard too. I give up. Having won by Yixue is already troublesome enough. And now another unknown person has appeared. Didn't they say the abyssal demon started that cradle plan? Why are there still so many monsters here? The examinees who chose nightmare difficulty were first shocked, then got a headache upon seeing Lin Xiao's shining name at the top of the rankings, because they had barely heard of this name. The invigilator's room stopped paying attention to Lin Xiao. He just summoned his summoned beast, sat there, and ate sunflower seeds. What were they supposed to watch? His eating stream? They might as well watch the combat performance of other examinees. Spider Prince wiped the coke off the rim of the bottle and sensed something unusual while watching the battle ahead. Master, something seems a bit off. Lin Xiao took a sip, nodding. Indeed, the name in the sky is too dazzling, a bit too attention-grabbing. I meant the monsters in the dungeon. Ahead, Death Knight engaged the enemy, while Lucky Spirit provided assistance. Although it wasn't necessary for Death Knight, it could train Lucky Spirit's combat ability. Talent, random luck, triggered. Skill Song of the Ocean effect increased by 4 times. Finally, a 4x enhancement appeared. Although the talent triggers probabilistically, it usually results in a double increase. It's too difficult to draw a 10x increase. Lin Xiao took a sip of coke and said lightly, "The number of monsters is indeed unusual. Perhaps it's because monsters in nightmare difficulty have higher hostility. However, the first stage of the exam is my strength, so grinding a bit longer isn't a bad thing." Suddenly, the sky was covered by a black curtain. The surroundings grew hot, and a gigantic black flame descended from the sky. "Master, be careful." Spider Prince immediately blocked in front, but in the next second, Lin Xiao recalled him to the summoning space, then dodged with a slide tackle. It was the ability of the evil dragon's inverse scale boots. Looking at the black embers left on the ground, Lin Xiao looked toward the direction of the attack, only to see a man slowly emerging from the darkness. "You dodged pretty fast. Can you dodge the next attack?" It was Li Qifa. He was holding a bloody staff, with black flames fiercely burning on it, looking quite extraordinary. Lin Xiao's expression was calm. Seeing that it was Li Qifa didn't surprise him, only that he managed to find him so quickly. "Have you considered the consequences of your failed sneak attack?" Lin Xiao asked lightly. That strike was intended to kill him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have recalled Spider Prince to the summoning space. Consequences? The consequence is that you'll die without a complete corpse. In the next second, a gigantic fireball condensed and violently smashed toward Lin Xiao. The scorching temperature caused the surrounding space to distort.
Lin Xiao sans cet danger.
This power exceeded what a mage at the current stage should possess. He immediately tried to summon Death Knight back, but the expected Death Knight did not appear. Lin Xiao was stunned. Although he didn't know why Death Knight hadn't appeared, he couldn't dwell on it and used the evil dragon's boot's ability to dodge again. Ha ha ha. Seeing Lin Xiao's astonished expression, Li Qifa laughed loudly. Are you trying to summon your Death Knight? I've already isolated him outside. You won't be able to summon him back until you die. I was wondering how I could draw away your Death Knight, but I didn't expect you to use him directly in combat. If you don't die today, it just wouldn't make sense. Lin Xiao tried using the skill to summon and recall his summoned beast, but Death Knight showed no reaction. He glanced at the black curtain surrounding them. This must be what was isolating his connection with Death Knight. This must be a very advanced skill. A toad like Li Qifa definitely wouldn't possess such a skill. That leaves only Serena. He actually colluded with the abyssal demon. Thinking of this, Lin Xiao immediately used the abyssal eye to read Li Qifa's information.
Li Qifa, Abyss Fulube.
Class, Fire Mage. Level 19, just as expected. Seeing Li Qifa's information, Lin Xiao was not surprised. You actually sided with the Abyss. It seems I don't need to have any scruples about killing you. He had wanted to make a move for a long time, but unfortunately, he couldn't find a good opportunity. Now that Li Qifa delivered himself right to his door, Lin Xiao wouldn't be polite. As long as I can kill you, what does it matter if I fall into the Abyss? Once you're dead, who will know that I defected to the Abyss? Li Qifa roared maniacally, and the flames on his body burned brighter and brighter. Your strongest summoned beast can't help you anymore. What ability do you have left to resist? You only have a road to death. Lin Xiao couldn't help but sneer. Serena told you that, didn't she? This black curtain is also Serena's work, right? You're borrowing her power to kill me. Didn't she tell you that she is also a defeated opponent of mine? You two losers teamed up and thought you could succeed again. Hearing Lin Xiao's humiliation, Li Qifa completely lost control. Shut up. Chapter 75. Flames surged to the sky. The grass was burned to charcoal by the flames, and the sand showed signs of melting. Li Qifa could no longer suppress his rage. He wanted Lin Xiao dead now. Heavenly fire of extinction. Flames surged high, turning the entire sky red, as if they would pierce through the heavens. Lin Xiao watched the terrifying flames approach with a calm expression. Is the effect of the Oath of Darkness unable to be triggered? This black curtain was stronger than he had anticipated. Of course, it might also be due to level suppression. Scared stiff, are you? Ha ha ha. Be burned to ashes. Seeing Lin Xiao make no move, Li Qifa concluded that he was terrified by his own powerful strength and laughed maniacally. But the next second, the flames that should have burned Lin Xiao to charcoal suddenly rebounded, heading straight for Li Qifa. What? Li Qifa was startled by the sudden sight and quickly dodged, but he was still hit slightly by his own flames, leaving a large part of his body scorched red. That's it? Looks like your magic is just like you. It chickens out when it sees me, acting like a shrinking turtle. Lin Xiao mocked him directly. Veins bulging, Li Qifa's eyes seemed ready to shoot fire. He naturally knew what was happening. Skill rebound? I refuse to believe you can keep reflecting my skills. Flames gathered again. This time, he specifically prepared 2 spells, refusing to believe Lin Xiao could still reflect his attack. Is casting 2 spells simultaneously already your limit? While speaking, Lin Xiao summoned the slime. Come on. Let this toad see what a barrage of bombardment looks like. The slime nodded, its expression instantly turning serious when looking at Li Qifa. The next second, magical light shone, and various spells shot out from behind it. Great Fireball Technique, Hurricane Technique, Fire Dragon Technique, Ice Shard Storm, Dense Electric Net. Thanks to the magic apprentice talent of learning 1 spell per day, the slime had accumulated quite a few spells, and combined with the cooldown reduction from quick casting, it could cast almost non-stop. What? Seeing the colorful flashes in the sky, Li Qifa's expression changed. He immediately canceled the spells he was preparing and quickly dodged. He was just a squishy mage, and he didn't have the ability to withstand such an intense magical bombardment. Everyone says you're a runaway tortoise, and you still get angry. Lin Xiao's harsh words sent Li Qifa into a furious rage. Sharp fingernails cut his arm, and blood dripped onto the bloody staff, immediately activating the weapon's ability. Purge! A beam of bloody light shot out from the staff, instantly clearing the spells descending from the sky. Following that, a gigantic fireball and a blazing dragon were fiercely launched. Can it make spells instant? Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow, then activated the power of the Imperial Command Badge. Could withstand one attack. The rest would be handled by the slime. Boom! The fire dragon consumed everything. Such power was enough to instantly kill any professional below level 20. But unfortunately, Lin Xiao was not within that scope. Stepping out from the flames and seeing Li Qifa's terrified eyes, Lin Xiao spoke plainly. Fighting you is a waste of time. You're not even as strong as a monster in a dungeon. You shouldn't push your L. Blood sprayed, and a head flew high into the air. During the recent explosion, Lin Xiao quietly summoned the Spider Prince, who immediately beheaded Li Qifa. Having suffered a magical counterattack, endured the slime's magical bombardment, and consumed life force to use the bloody staff, Li Qifa's life had long been hanging by a thread. Therefore, the Spider Prince instantly killed him with a single move. Thud! Li Qifa's body fell down stiffly, but the head on the ground let out a sound like a vengeful ghost from the abyss. Lin Xiao, I want you dead. Flames burst from the corpse, burning over its entire body, and the headless corpse stood up stiffly like a zombie. Not dead yet? I guess so. Having defected to the abyss, you can no longer be considered human. Lin Xiao was startled but understood. Just as the Spider Prince prepared to kill Li Qifa again, he suddenly vanished. When the Spider Prince reacted, he quickly shouted, Master! Look out! No sooner had the Spider Prince finished speaking than Li Qifa appeared behind Lin Xiao. He lunged forward, wrapping his arms tightly around Lin Xiao, and the flames burning on his body transferred over. Teleportation? He still had this kind of ability? Lin Xiao immediately felt uneasy and tried to break free, but found that Li Qifa was stuck to him like a plaster. Ha ha ha!
Lin Xiao, let us die together.
Giving Lin Xiao no time to react, the flames on Li Qifa's body suddenly burned intensely. The next second, boom! The flames exploded, and a pillar of fire shot up toward the dome of the black curtain. Fatal damage received. Grass set effect triggered. Blood and internal organs sprayed onto Lin Xiao's face, only to be instantly vaporized by the high-temperature flames. The slime immediately threw a water ball to help Lin Xiao wash away the filth on his body. Li Qifa's corpse had been blasted into pieces, unrecognizable as a human. The damage was actually that high? It triggered the effect of the grass set directly. Lin Xiao was shocked. This explosion dealt over 200,000 damage. It was terrifying. It must be Serena's power. Otherwise, he couldn't have dealt such high damage. Luckily, I had the grass set, or this would have been dicey. Luckily, he had many life-saving items. Otherwise, he would have been in danger. But the next second, he felt something was wrong. Wait, no. Serena knows I have life-saving equipment like the grass set, so having Li Qifa launch such a suicidal attack is meaningless. Could it be? Just as Lin Xiao realized things were bad, a cold, clear voice rang out. Do you still have any life-saving abilities left? You've been emptied out, haven't you? Serena's triumphant laughter echoed from the darkness. A mass of black mist slowly appeared, enveloping her body, making only her eyes visible at all times. Serena! Lin Xiao's expression immediately darkened. He hadn't expected Serena to appear here. This was the Imperial Capital University College entrance examination dungeon. With so many eyes watching, how dared she enter here? You dare show up here? Do you really think the people of Great Xia can't catch you? Why wouldn't I dare? I have an informant here, so appearing here is effortless, just like me appearing within your Great Xia territory right now. Serena's eyes were full of provocation. By the time they discover me, you'll already be dead, and I'll be long gone. Silently recalling the slime and the spider prince, Lin Xiao remained calm despite the situation. Is that so? Then you can try. If you can hurt me, you lose. The Oath of Darkness made him immune to dark attribute attacks, and Serena was a dark elementalist as pure as they come. So he wasn't afraid of her at all. Humph. Did you think I came alone this time? After learning you were immune to dark attacks, I specifically found a helper. A helper? Lin Xiao immediately felt uneasy. No wonder he hadn't seen Serena despite staying in the dungeon for so long earlier. It turned out she not only dragged Li Qifa into the abyss but also went to find help. Serena, your magic seems to be regressing the more you cultivate it, if you can't even deal with a mere human. Another figure slowly walked out of the darkness. Serena immediately felt displeased. Curse Frost, he's immune to my attacks. Otherwise, why would I ask for your help? Stop talking nonsense and attack quickly. I certainly know what I promised you. Chapter 76. From the black mist, a walking stick emerged, followed by a hunchbacked witch wearing sackcloth. Her eyes held a hint of malice, and she let out an evil hee-hee laugh when looking at Lin Xiao. Curse Frost. Lin Xiao's expression darkened. This was an abyssal demon of the same rank as Serena. Is this little brat who hasn't even grown all his hair the one who made you flee in defeat, Serena? Curse Frost glanced at Lin Xiao and found that he was just an ordinary human professional, not even level 20. It was utterly ridiculous that Serena could be defeated by a human like this. She inwardly thought less of her. Serena's face darkened, and she gritted her teeth, saying, I told you. He has the ability to be immune to dark-type attacks. Why else would I ask you to come here? Stop the nonsense, hurry up and act. This is the heartland of human powerhouses, after all. Kill him and let's leave quickly. Why the rush? Curse Frost was not anxious and examined Lin Xiao again. A very gutsy little brat. Most people would have their legs turned soft and be unable to stand when they see us, but you can remain so calm. That's rare. Just as Lin Xiao was about to speak, he suddenly felt his body heat up, and then it began to burn. You have been afflicted by a curse from Curse Frost. Burning body curse. Burning body curse. The afflicted will be burned by flames that cannot be extinguished normally, leading to death. A curse? When did she strike? Lin Xiao was startled. He had been cursed without noticing anything at all. Noticing Lin Xiao's horrified expression, Curse Frost's mouth stretched to her ears, revealing a chilling smile. Are you scared? Don't worry. This is just a very minor curse. I've recently researched many new curses, and you're the perfect subject for experimentation. After speaking, the skull on her staff lit up, and streams of curse energy were emitted. Lin Xiao immediately felt uneasy and quickly retreated. Running? Wherever you run, the curse will follow you. Suddenly, Lin Xiao felt a piercing pain in his body. He looked down and saw a worm actually burrowing out of his chest. You have been afflicted by a curse from Curse Frost, Goo Worm Curse. It wasn't over yet. Lin Xiao then felt extreme weakness throughout his body, unable to exert strength. Merely standing became extremely difficult. You have been afflicted by a curse from Curse Frost, 5 signs of decay. All attributes decreased. You have been afflicted by a curse from Curse Frost, soul-devouring curse. Spirit attribute continuously and permanently decreased, irreversible until the curse is removed. You have been afflicted by a curse from Curse Frost, 10,000 worms devouring the heart. Constitution permanently decreased, irreversible until the curse is removed. You have been afflicted by a curse from Curse Frost. In an instant, various curse notifications sounded continuously, and dozens of curses landed on Lin Xiao simultaneously. You can still manage to stay standing. Any ordinary person would have long been spitting blood and lying on the ground waiting for death. Curse Frost looked at the half-dead Lin Xiao with malicious eyes and continued. It's a pity I won't have the chance to hear the wails you make when you're cursed to death. That must be very pleasant to the ear. She was about to leave as this was, after all, the heartland of human powerhouses. The reason she was willing to help and risk entering this place was entirely because Serena offered her something she couldn't refuse. Wait a moment. I have a question I want to ask you. Lin Xiao's hoarse voice stopped Curse Frost, who was preparing to leave. More questions? Are you trying to beg for mercy? You have no right to beg for mercy now. Lin Xiao shook his head. I wanted to ask, do you only use curses? Hearing this, Serena immediately felt that something was wrong. He seemed to have said something similar to her before. Does he also have the ability to be immune to curses?
Impossible.
He is already afflicted by curses. There's no mistaking it. I have studied curses my entire life and never researched other spells. In the abyss, no one is more proficient in curses than I am. The human powerhouses who have died by my hand are countless. Look at the cursed demon staff in my hand. It represents the spoils of war from cursing your human powerhouses to death. Every bone represents a human powerhouse above level 70. Curse Frost proudly displayed her magic staff. A human head skull occupied the top of the staff, surrounded by a circle of smaller human head skulls, totaling roughly more than 20. The long handle of the magic staff was also pieced together from bones, the number of which was impossible to count. I see. Lin Xiao couldn't help but laugh. I truly appreciate the single-mindedness of you abyssal demons. Venus Blessing successfully used. Affected by Venus Blessing, all beneficial, negative, and curse effects on you are removed. What are you trying to say? Just as Curse Frost was about to question him, she suddenly realized something, and her voice stopped abruptly. The magic staff vibrated violently, and the next second, with a bang, it exploded directly into dust. Before she could be horrified, Curse Frost felt discomfort spreading through her body. Wafts of black smoke emerged from her body, and with a poof, a huge pus sac erupted from her back and immediately burst open. The originally foul-smelling pus had turned into clear water, splashing all over the ground. Curse Frost, what's going on? Serena was shocked, completely unaware of what had happened. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Ah! The heart-rending screams sounded like wails from the 9 hells, chilling people to the bone. After one pus sac burst, the skin on Curse Frost's body gradually began to peel off. No. My power. My curse power. Where did you get the power of Venus? Curse Frost shrieked, her facial skin seeming to melt, dropping onto the ground in clumps. Looking at her appearance, Lin Xiao's sanity value plummeted, and he got goosebumps. He hadn't expected Venus Blessing to be so formidable. It not only removed the curses on himself but also removed the curses on Curse Frost. Judging by her appearance, she must have implanted many curses on herself as well. Lin Xiao smiled slightly. I picked it up. Do you believe me? Watching Curse Frost's body melt, her original appearance was revealed. A fat slug. It was covered in bumps and tumors, along with foul-smelling warts. You are actually a slug. Serena was also utterly shocked to see Curse Frost's true form. She had never expected it. A disgusting slug was an abyssal demon just like her. The thought made her feel nauseous. She had begged her to act just moments ago. If she had known this was her appearance, she wouldn't have called her even for $1 million. Ugh, ugh, ugh. You actually made me look like this. I'm going to kill you. Curse Frost roared in anger, wanting to rush over and crush Lin Xiao with her bite. But having relied on curses to support her body for so long, she now found it difficult to move without them, only managing to inch her body forward, crawling with difficulty. Chapter 77, Monitoring Room. Abyss aura detected. The concentration is very high. It might be an abyssal demon. This message immediately caused an uproar among the Academy's high-ranking officials. An abyssal demon? An abyssal demon actually infiltrated their secret realm dungeon. This is impossible. How could an abyssal demon enter a secret realm dungeon? You must be mistaken. The vice principal was absolutely unconvinced. Regardless of whether it is or not, immediately screen all students in the dungeon. The principal immediately gave the order, but then thinking of something, he corrected himself. Prioritize screening the outstanding students. They might be the abyssal demon's targets. He thought of the abyssal demon's cradle plan. They want to eliminate the geniuses before they fully mature. Yes. Everyone immediately began screening and tracking. 10 minutes later, they finally discovered an inconspicuous black sphere that was very easy to overlook. We found him. It's Lin Xiao, and he's being targeted by the abyssal demon. It's Lin Xiao again. The principal's expression immediately darkened. It was only after his reminder that they noticed the abyssal demon implementing the cradle plan. Now, even in such a heavily guarded secret realm dungeon, the abyssal demon dared to act. It seems they are determined to kill him. Lin Xiao is trapped by an unknown black mist. We can't see what's happening inside. Also, his summoned beast is trapped outside, separated from him. This news was essentially a death sentence for Lin Xiao. A summoner without a summoned beast has no combat capability whatsoever. Quick! Immediately send people in for rescue. Ding! You have caused extreme weakening to an abyssal demon, earning the achievement, Abyss Hunter. Abyss Hunter. When entering an abyss dungeon, attributes increase by 1%, and drop rate increases when killing abyss monsters. Lin Xiao glanced at the description of the new achievement and ignored it. He currently doesn't have the ability to enter an abyss dungeon, so it's temporarily useless. Looking at the abyssal demon Curse Frost, who had reverted to her original form, Lin Xiao couldn't help but laugh. Your current combat power is no different from a weakling's. Forget killing me. Even I could step on you and crush you. Curse Frost struggled to prop up her body, glaring at Lin Xiao, the tumors on her body throbbing with her anger. Arrogance. Even if I lose the power of curse and have no strength left, standing here letting you hit me, you still can't kill me. This was the truth. Curse Frost was extremely weakened, and Lin Xiao could already see some of her basic information. In this state, her HP was still as high as 1 billion. Simply outrageous. If she hadn't been weakened, her HP would be even higher than Serena's. However, without the power to resist, you are just a sandbag, a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. Sooner or later, I can beat you to death. Sooner or later? Curse Frost sneered, her laughter shaking her body and flinging mucus everywhere. Do you really think Venus's power will last forever? Once I recover, I will definitely use the most vicious curse to spell kill you. Humiliation and distress. She had never imagined that she would be reduced to this state by a human who hadn't even reached level 20. Watching Curse Frost's powerless fury, Lin Xiao smiled faintly. It is indeed difficult for me to kill you, but someone else can quickly take care of you. No one can kill me. Curse Frost roared. Lin Xiao didn't speak, but looked toward Serena. Serena was stunned, then immediately understood Lin Xiao's intention, and gave a cold laugh. Ridiculous. You think I would help you kill Curse Frost? Utterly foolish. Don't you want to kill her? This is her weakest moment. Miss this village, miss this opportunity. This is your only chance to strike. Lin Xiao lowered his voice, making it sound tempting. Or are you two very good friends? Serena paused, glanced at Curse Frost, and for a moment, didn't refute Lin Xiao's words. Noticing Serena's gaze, Curse Frost immediately became furious. Serena, how dare you? Lin Xiao continued. Think about your current situation. Can you still kill me? Not only has she lost the power of curse and become trash, but she will also drag you down later. You must have paid a considerable price for her to act, right? Kill her and you won't even have to pay the reward. Maybe you can take her place. Every word Lin Xiao spoke struck a chord in Serena's heart. Indeed, Curse Frost was currently at her weakest. A casual strike from Serena could instantly kill her. Moreover, after killing her, Serena wouldn't bear any risk. On the contrary, there would be many benefits. At the very least, she wouldn't have to give her the item.
Sa. Ri. Na.
Seeing that Serena seemed tempted, Curse Frost immediately roared in anger. You trash. An ant-like human tells you to strike, and you actually consider it? Are you even an abyssal demon anymore? If you dare to kill me, if you dare to touch a single hair on my head, I won't let you off when we return to the abyss. The Grand Duke won't let you off either. Hearing this, Serena's gaze instantly turned cold. Oh? Judging by what you said, I should eliminate future trouble right here. Curse Frost's expression stiffened, sensing Serena's murderous gaze, as if she would strike and obliterate her in the next second. Endure. Once I recover, none of you will escape. Curse Frost quickly forced out a very ugly smile, suppressing her anger as much as possible. I was just joking. Anger clouded my mind. Please don't take it to heart. The item, I don't want it anymore. Is that okay? Serena gave a cold laugh. Incompetent at success and talented at failure. You still want that item? Curse Frost was so angry her face was twisted and she ground her teeth. But she still maintained a placating smile and quickly nodded. Yes, you are right. At this moment, Lin Xiao stood aside, watching them fight like dogs, feeling immensely satisfied. What a pity the timing wasn't right, or he would have pulled out a small stool and sat down to watch their big show. Bang! A faint cracking sound came from above. A small hole appeared in the black curtain. Serena glanced at it, knowing she wouldn't have the chance to kill him this time either. She had to leave now. Lin Xiao, consider yourself lucky this time, but there won't be a next. Having said that, she manipulated the black mist, took Curse Frost, and left the secret realm dungeon. Watching them leave, Lin Xiao couldn't help but sigh in relief. Luckily, the Venus blessing saved his life. Otherwise, he would truly be dead. The Death Knight and Lucky Spirit, who had been blocked outside, immediately rushed to Lin Xiao's side, only relaxing when they saw their master was safe. Due to your significant contribution in participating in the killing of Abyssal Demon Curse Frost, you obtained Abyssal Demon Treasure Chest *1, Curse Gift Box *10, Scepter of Curse *1, and Demon Essence *50. Suddenly receiving the reward, Lin Xiao was stunned for a moment, then immediately realized that Curse Frost had been killed by Serena. Lin Xiao gritted his teeth. So decisive. He had just tried to talk them into it, knowing that the abyss was certainly no paradise, but a place full of demons who prioritized their own self-interest. He tried to see if he could sow discord, but ultimately failed. Yet, as soon as they left, she immediately slaughtered Curse Frost. Ruthless enough. Wait, didn't it say I made a significant contribution? Why is there no EXP? Lin Xiao suddenly realized something was wrong. An abyssal demon of Curse Frost's level should yield a lot of EXP, enough to gain at least 10 levels, yet he received none. Could it be that since we weren't in a party or teammates, she monopolized all the EXP? That possibility wasn't zero. At this moment, 4 figures rushed over from a distance. It was the vice principal and 3 academy deans.